On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
I think you missed. I don't think you heard Courtney very well, Anton. She said it would be a waste of her time, and Courtney was not dating DMX. All right, that's the first thing. So if were you dating DMX?
Well, back in '99. No.
All right. So you're the one that shifted. Wait, hold up. Give me a chance to respond, especially since he brought up integrity. I don't think you were listening well enough and you misunderstood, Anton. So Courtney was not talking about DMX. That's the first thing. So second thing. She
used him as an example.
But she said it would be a waste of my time. So I was talking about a possible man that Courtney would date. Hopefully she would not be dating a man that's doing all of this promiscuous activity. Hopefully she would be dating a good man. Hopefully she would be dating a man who would support her, who would work for her, who would put his life on the line for her.
I actually think somebody took the words in my mouth in the comments, but this is a network, like the Lapeef network. So, we got people all together, and
I'm trying to keep people divided from this. Stay away from K. Stay away from K. You
never know what could transpire.
I feel like you're already infecting Courtney. I was reluctant to let Courtney even interview K, because I do not want y'all to be friends.
Kay is gorgeous. Kay is, I love her.
Saying that you don't want people to be friends. Like,
what are y'all putting me into this? I'm just trying to answer the question.
Courtney is minding her business, and now you talking
Courtney. This is so bad for Courtney.
So I have a question though.
Mind your business.
Anton or whomever that wants to answer, when you are a part of that network, I hear people say all the time, women shouldn't be shooting their shot, right? But in a network, is that okay? Or are you really relying on the network to link, or, to make the connection?
I think that shooting a shot and the way that a lot of people frame it is extreme. I think that a lot of people say it's extreme. I think that women can be flirty. I think that they can be like you being a part of my network now, Lauren. Like, I wouldn't even introduce you to a guy that I didn't feel like was a good dude. I don't rock with dudes that's not a good dude. You know what I'm saying? So I think that stuff just naturally kind of flows, but it flows in a way in which that wasn't necessarily the intention going into it for most people. Mm-hmm. They just got to know you for who you truly were, and then that is the thing that they naturally, start to attract themselves to once it gets past a certain point. But I think that most people are just going into it with the wrong intentions, and as a person that stands on certain principles and ethics, I think that most people put themselves in a position where they can't resist, and they find themselves in sexual situations that translate into nothing. That's just real. And really? If you're just a bachelor and you're rocking like that, that may be cool. But for most people and most men that say they want to be married, that's not the ideal way in order to find a wife.
Really, if you're single into married, how do you meet your potential?
I mean, I don't, obviously I'm in a long-term relationship, so I don't necessarily, obviously don't subscribe to the principle that you're single until you're married. But I think it's the same. Like, I personally believe strongly in the law of attraction. I believe that you attract who you are. And it's not, necessarily like meditations and incense, but I do believe in positive affirmations and putting that energy out there, right? Because what happens is when you start to hear your own words back to you, you begin to align and position yourself, right? And then you also begin to attract the thing that you're looking for just by positioning yourself. So I talked one time on the platform about, when I was in Detroit and I was going through like this really rough time, one of the things that I did is I treated myself like a tourist in that city. And I learned a lot, and I met a lot of dope people in that city. Right. And so I didn't run into, I didn't run into like people off the east side or west side or down, 7 Mile or, Conant Gardens or anything like that. Most of the people that I ran into were creators because that's what I was attracted to. And I was attracting those type of people to me. Right. And it's in those spaces. And I didn't find anybody there. I didn't find anybody romantically there. The person that I'm with now is actually, I've known her for years. But I always say in that experience, had I not gone through that, I wouldn't have recognized the woman that I'm with now. I wouldn't have recognized that opportunity when it presented itself to me. I wouldn't have known how to respond to her or even you know, even really how to show proper interest in her, right? So for me personally, I subscribe to the thought that of the law of attraction principle, and that you know, you are who you attract. Well, you attract who you are, not you are who you attract. You attract who you are.
Okay. Courtney, if you're single until married, how do you meet your potential?
So I pretty much agree with majority of the people on the panel. I think for me, it's dating with intentions. I do know that it doesn't take men very long to know if you're someone they can be with and want to marry or not. And I would even suggest maybe up to like 90 days for a man to kind of know, okay, yes, I see her in my life, either a short period of time, just in my bed, or as a wife. But I date for intentions, and I don't tend to date that long. I'm not dating someone for years or anything like that, because it's a waste of time. Definitely for me, it's a waste of my time. So it's going in, being honest and letting them know, look, I'm dating, but I'm dating because I'm wanting to be married. And if that's something that this is what you're looking for, then we can date. If it's not, then there's no reason to date you. There's no reason to talk to you or even get to know you or try to vet. But I want to say something to Lead too, because I know he was like the confusion. So I think with the title, it's single until married, meaning that we don't put relationships, girlfriend and boyfriend, on some kind of pedestal. Like, you're single until you marry. It's the marriage that counts. It's not the dating. Because at the end of the day, I can date you for 2 years and you could just walk about life, and that's a complete waste of my time. So it's the emphasis is on the marriage part. And if you're wanting to be married, make that known. I don't think it's desperation or anything like that. Let it be known. Look, I'm dating because of this. Are you dating because of this? And that, if we agree with that, then let's get to vet to know each other to see if we match, and we can go further than just vetting or courting.
You say that if you're not married, you know, you can date, let's say 10 years, and then the guy can just leave, right?
Well, yeah, now I know different states have it like common law, but if you take like DMX, when he passed away, he was dating his girlfriend for like 14 years or something like that. And what happened? He passed, the court didn't seem that she was going to get anything. So as a wife, I would have gotten, you know, I don't know if he had life insurance or anything like that, but she left with nothing but a 14-year relationship that left her with nothing.
Okay.
So that's a complete waste of time to me.
But it's so weird though that she spent 14 years with this man. Let's go and assume 14 years. But the fact that she got nothing at the end, you say that it's a waste of time. That is amazing that would come out of your mouth.
Why?
Like because 14 years with a good man is so valuable.
I agree.
Wait. So for you to say, that you spent 14 years with a good man, and then it was a waste of time. Like, damn, you don't value a man. You don't value a man at all.
Well, that's not true. I value relationship and I value marriage, because there's
time if you spend a decade and a half with a great man.
Well, if he was so great, he should have married her. And there's obviously benefits of marriage. And she has no benefit in the marriage. That's why you get married. The marriage, if we stand it's a business, I'm getting married for a particular purpose. And I can love you all day. But however, we got, let's share these bills. Let's get on each other's life insurance and make sure that if something were to happen to me as a wife, you're taken care of. Our kids are still taken care of. So it's benefits of a marriage. And if you don't deem me as important to be your wife, but just a girlfriend for 10, 15 years, then no, that is. You have to deem me a little bit more important.
Lee, you think that it makes sense for a person to be in a 14-year relationship but not take the extra step and get married?
Here's what I'm objecting to. The fact that you can spend 14 years of your life as a man supporting a woman, working for a woman, bending your will for a woman, fighting for a woman, putting your life on the line for a woman. But if the relationship ends and she doesn't get a big payoff, then it is quote unquote a waste of time.
Well, you're doing that. That's extreme.
Hold on.
Okay.
No. What's extreme?
Hold on, Court, because let's put it in context. DMX was not a phenomenal man like that. Let's be clear. Like he wasn't the saintliest guy. Yeah, he said prayers, but the dude was super duper promiscuous. He was out here in the streets. He was doing like he did a lot of dirty stuff. So let's not just frame it as though he's done all of this phenomenal stuff when largely she had to endure through that relationship. And then on the tail end, even when he unexpectedly died, she doesn't even get the opportunity to be able to manage the estate for the kids that come along with it. Come on now, Lee. Now we're going to have to approach this with a level of integrity if we're going to have this conversation, and it can't just be one way. Like we framing it like he did all of this, but we're not taking into account how much she held him down throughout the process. She was very much the rock in that relationship. It wasn't him.
I think wait, Amira, wait. I think you missed. I don't think you heard Courtney very well, Anton. She said it would be a waste of her time, and Courtney was not dating DMX. All right, that's the first thing. So, were you dating DMX?
Well, back in '99. No.
All right. So you're the one that shifted. Wait, hold up. Give me a chance to respond, especially since he brought up integrity. I don't think you were listening well enough, and you misunderstood, Anton. So Courtney was not talking about DMX. That's the first thing. So second thing, she used
him as an example.
But she said it would be a waste of my time. So I was talking about a possible man that Courtney would date. Hopefully she would not be dating a man that's doing all of this promiscuous activity. Hopefully she would be dating a good man. Hopefully she would be dating a man who would support her, who would work for her, who would put his life on the line for her.